Get up, you son of a bitch!
Cause Pawns Drunk loves ya.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah, you already know this is Pawns Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. El Sazón, a.k.a. El Borracho, a.k.a. Café Bustelo, a.k.a. El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you at this side of heaven. God bless you all. Ladies and gentlemen, the talks keep on going. The narratives keep on pushing. The debunk. It's time for the debunk. It's time for the debunk. Ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, man, a lot of people talking about a potential fight with Teofimo Lopez, the two-time lineal champion, two-division lineal champion at the age of 25 when he defeated Vasily Lomachenko, when he was regarded pound for pound, 1, 2, 3, you can flip it around. Then he went up to the 140-pound division. Once again as the underdog, once again shocked the world when he beat the undefeated, undisputed junior welterweight champion of the world from Scottish, Josh Taylor. And now he's winning to do it again, moving up again, fighting for the lineal again, trying to shock the world again, being the underdog again, calling out the big bad wolf, the phenom in the 147-pound division, the lineal champion, the unified champion, the welterweight division, the boogeyman, Jerome Boots Ennis, T.O. Boots Ennis, the biggest, the most intriguing, the most stylistic matchup in the sport of boxing today. Pound for pound, lineal versus lineal, speed for speed, power for power, twitch muscle to twitch muscle, the torque of these punches, the right hand, the combination of punches, the showmanship. Baby, ain't no bigger fight in the sport of boxing outside of Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor than Boots versus T.O. There's no more better intrigue matchup in the sport of boxing. We've seen the Beterbiev, we've seen the Bivol. We haven't had David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez. We know that Canelo Alvarez, the 4th-division world champion, super middleweight undisputed, going to be facing Terrence Bud Crawford, the 4th-division world champion, 2th-division undisputed in September. We don't got a date, postponement. We don't got a promoter. We don't know where the hell that fight is going to take place. But Turkey Al Sheikh, a.k.a. the Banco Popular of the sport of boxing, a.k.a. Aladdin, a.k.a. Swans to the sea, their fight between Canelo Alvarez and Bud Crawford. But also Turkey Al Sheikh, arguably the most powerful man in the sport of boxing today, keeps on calling for T.O. versus Boots. Boots versus T.O. The money man says T.O. versus Boots. He said it now. He said it before. He said it in January. Yeah, at the end of the day, I know this community like the back of my head. People are being suckered and being pimped out by DHP. Shout out to Bill Haney, the pimp of boxing in the YTBC. Goes around these channels, spinning the narratives. Ladies and gentlemen, the rumor is that, oh, Mo is a done deal. It's a done deal with T.O. versus Haney. That's a lie.
You's a liar!
Whoever is spinning that Boots is not going to be, that Devin Haney going to be facing Teofimo Lopez.
You's a liar!
Whoever said that it's a done deal.
You's a liar!
Whoever said it's a good fight.
You's a liar!
Whoever said that it's got good momentum.
You's a liar!
Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez is not a great fight right now. It doesn't have momentum. Yes, his name versus name, his legacy versus legacy. Two of the most accomplished young fighters in the sport of boxing. That ain't lying. But let me tell you like this. There is no momentum. If you think that there's momentum when it comes to Devin Haney,
you's a liar!
if you think that Devin Haney is an exciting fighter,
you's a liar!
an exciting person,
you's a liar!
now, if you want to tell me that Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez, Bill Haney, T.O. Sr. is good for promo, then that's what I'm talking about. Then that's good. Then that's good. Mira quién en the building. Charles Edward, ¿qué eso. Con los 300 super chat a comprar culo de Times Square, a comprar un hookah tonight. A mamabicho. Good looking at Charles in the building. La música de queso, la música de queso, la música de queso. A comprar hookah y strippers tonight.
He got his own money.
Say he's got his own money. I mean, the boy has got his own money.
Queso.
He's rich. He is rich. He's rich. He is rich. He's rich. He is rich.
DJ Camilo, Alex Sensation, págame la música, Yanketing. Queso, queso, what do you want? Queso, what do you need? God bless you, my brother. Que Dios te bendiga, mi hermano. God bless you all the time, every day, anytime. You already know what's goody. Knicks might do it. We up 54-42nd, Queso. We up, baby. We up. It's our year. It's our year. It is our year. We ain't choking this time. I know Reggie Miller is looking out right now. We ain't choking, Reggie. We ain't choking, baby. We going to the finals. New York City lit. New York City. Shout out to BX. Shout out to BK. Shout out to QB. Shout out to Manhattan, Wash Heights, Harlem, Staten Island, Tri-State area. This is our year. Go New York, go New York, go. They don't know about that, Queso. They don't know about that, Queso. Yo, they don't know about that. I got you. Yo, the old starting lineup. At guard, number 25, Doc Rivers. Number 3, from Oklahoma City, shooting guard, John Starks. And number 14, no, I gotta do the older. And number 34 for Virginia Union, Charles Oakley. Number 54, small forward, Charles Smith. And his center and 7 feet from Georgetown, number 33, Troy Captain Patrick Ewing. They don't know, man. Die hard nigga. They don't know about that. So they don't know about that. They don't know about that. He said, man, yo, 2 tickets just behind courtside is 80 rags. God damn, the guard don't play. I wouldn't mind seeing T.O. smoke Haney boots first and then take out the Hitchens. Revenge is a dish. Best serve. Woo! T.O. boots is epic as well. But boots should go to 150 to 54. Oh, yeah. I'm good with that. Go to 154. Go to the 154. And don't duck Virgil Ortiz. Boots, don't you do it. How about Boots and Thurman? Thurman. But ladies and gentlemen, August 16th, you already know, I think they're going to mention the Gervonta Tan Davis versus Lamar Roach, but there's going to be a surprise undercard. It's going to be a lit undercard August 16th, Las Vegas, Nevada. I got the rumors. I got the report, but I just can't say it yet. But yo, HLD in the building. Yes, we up right now, ladies and gentlemen. We up. Orange and blue, and we ain't talking about the Mets. We talking about the New York Knicks with 54-47. 54, Jalen Brunson in the building. In the first quarter, we had Karl Anthony Towns. I'm sorry, I was watching the game, ladies and gentlemen. Karl Anthony Towns with 2 threes. Oh, baby, we lit, baby. We lit. You thought I was lit when it comes to boxing. When it comes to my Knicks, I cry like a baby. I've damaged 2 TVs. Hey, Charles, guess so? My friends don't even want to go to the Knicks game with me no more. Over the years, Man, look, I've broken 2 TVs. 1994. I threw my baseball bat on the TV. My mother said you would never watch a game again. I went to the room, I turned the radio on to catch the Knicks, and I was crying. And I was like, Pat Riley, take John Starks out, man. Put Hubert Davis. I love, because John Starks was my heart, bro. John Starks was my heart. Okay, so, but he was missing threes. But you know, if he would have won that series, John Starks was going to be MVP. But anyway, I was like, put Hubert Davis. Yo, they benched John Starks after going 2-18. And then Hubert Davis hit a 3. And I'm like, Pat Riley, why you ain't put him in the game before? Damn it. Come on. Man. Hey, yo, and then this was the worst. This was the worst. I was in Hell's Kitchen, right? And I'm watching the Knicks game, and we blew like a 20-point lead, man. I even forgot the game, right? We blew a 20-point lead, bro. And I had a jar, right? I had a jar of beer. And I'm like, damn it. But I didn't try to throw it. And the jar, you know that glass jar, you know what I'm saying? That thick glass jar, you drinking a beer, right? That pitcher. And I said, damn it. But miss, I fall. And the shit hit the TV. I broke it, yo. Yo, they ain't even arrest me. The bouncer was like, yo, come on, man. Just because I went on there on the regular. People know. Now you got to get, that's it, bro. You can't, you got to get out. You got to get out. Yo, and I say, you know what? I got to calm down, bro. Yo, I've cursed out people at the Garden. Gesso. I've cursed out the people in the Garden. Because you know in the Garden, right? If you got good seats, you know, so if you got good seats, you're sometimes not gonna be around pure Knick fan. You're gonna be around, you know, tourists, you know, people that got the money, but they got business, you know, people that got business seats, right? And they just give it to family members or friends here, you know what I'm saying? They already got that season tickets, right? And they give it to friends, right? And they're not really Knick fans. They just want to go on the date. So you know the chant, right? Defense, boom, boom, defense, right? And I'm into the game. We in a run, right? This is the third quarter. I remember this shit. And it was versus Memphis. And I'm like, defense. I'm a Knick fan, cold blood. So when I see people around me not chanting defense, I'm getting mad. So I'm like, I'm going buck wild already. I'm going back. And I'm this dude with his girl sitting next to me. I said, let's go defense. What the hell you in on a Knicks fan? Let's go defense. Defense right now. Yo, the people voted. Yo, they left. Yo, and then my boy. I was working at the time. My coworker's like, yo, you gotta calm down. I said, what you mean you gotta calm down, man? I'm a Knicks fan, bro. When it's defense, I want everybody defense. Yo, another time. Yo, I'm telling you, my friends are embarrassed to go to the Knicks because see, I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a diehard. When I'm into a game, bro, it's like my heart. I almost got a heart attack back then when we was facing the Celtics. And we was about to blow that lead when it was Carmelo Anthony and the Celtics, and we was about to blow that lead, but we won. I was gonna catch a heart attack, bro. Yo, but it was this game. And you know, at the time, there's New York fans that they getting fed up with Carmelo Anthony, but I like Carmelo Anthony. And Carmelo Anthony is scorching these dudes, and nobody in the Knicks is scoring. So this dude behind me, right? He goes, come on, you know, it's in transition and stuff like that. We on the offensive side. And he's like, come on, Carmelo, stop being a fucking nut, man. Just pass the fucking ball, Carmelo. Then just pass the ball. And this guy's irking me because Melo is the only one doing he already got 23 points, bro. And nobody's doing anything. So then Melo comes, he penetrates. Pause. That ain't sound good. He penetrates. He penetrates, right? Yo, and Pablo Prigioni goes to the corner. Carmelo Anthony passes him the ball. 5 seconds left in the shot clock. Pablo Prigioni is just looking around. He was open, looking around. And then they said, 24-second shot clock. Yo, I look back at the guy. I said, motherfucker, that's what you want. Come on, Anthony, to pass the ball, motherfucker. That's what you want. No, come on, Anthony, don't pass the ball to nobody. All these motherfuckers it's bums. Shut the F up. You don't know shit. Yo, my boys is like, yo, Crazy Eddie, bro. Yo, I love you, but I can't go. I can't watch a Knick game with you, bro. He said, yo, my boys be like, yo, you just too, yo, calm down. Let's just have a good time, bro. Yo, the devil got out of me when he said, yo, pass the ball. Come on, Mello, you fucking nut. Damn, he's a nut. And he's telling him, damn, he's just a fucking nut. He's a nut. Damn, he just passed the ball, Mello. Mello finally passes the ball. The 24-second shot clock. This is why you want him to pass the ball, you motherfucker. This is why you pass. Yo, my boy is trying to, yo, you do it all the time, Crazy Eddie. You do it all the time, bro. Yo, when I broke that TV in the bar, my boy's like, yo, diablo. Yo, that's me, bro. And I noticed, you know what? I say, yo, the Knicks, they got my heart. Yo, nobody has had my heart. Not even a girl, not like the Knicks. Like if people be you go into a relationship and be like, oh, you've been heartbroken before. Yeah, man, I've been heartbroken before. Damn, what she do? Not what she do. It's them. All of them? Yeah, them. Huh? Who's them? What you talking about? Them. All these girls broke your heart. No, them. All these dudes. She said, oh, you gay? No, the New York Knicks, bitch. Don't you be watching Patrick Ewing? Damn, man, you missed the damn finger roll, stuff like that versus Pacers. You ain't remember the choke 9 seconds and shit like that, Reggie Miller. You ain't remember that shit. Pat Riley left us and shit like that. I used to like Pat Riley. Chess Van Gundy was hanging on the damn Alonzo Mourning and stuff like that when Larry Johnson was gonna, man, come on. Yo, but anyway, I'm sorry, folks. I get carried away here. It's a boxing channel. Yo, Cancer, but good looking out, man. Appreciate you with the super chat, brother. Yo, but it's expensive. The cheapest tickets, because I wanted to go to game 1. I was thinking about going to game 2, but taking my son. But my son got his prom. Shout out to my son, graduating high school, got his prom this upcoming week. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta rather go to the Knicks game. We got to get my boy a tuxedo, some shoes, and probably rent a car and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Knicks game, prom. Son, you want to prom? Forget about you got to choose one prom. Nah, but yo, the cheapest tickets in the rafters, the cheapest tickets is $925, $955, something like that, plus taxes. It comes out to $1,017, bro. In the rafters. That's the cheapest tickets, ladies and gentlemen, in New York City playoff. In the raft, I'm talking about your head is hitting the ceiling. 900 or something. It was 800 something. Now it's 900 something plus tax to come out to 1,017, bro. Shit. He said, bro, Domingo in the building said, yo, I remember when the Knicks made it to the finals and lost. Bro. Yo, Domingo, I don't think you understand, bro. If I will make a New York Knicks basketball channel, I won't last, bro. I will be in the hospital, bro. I would. I trust, bro. I felt it. You know when you feel it, when you like, yo, okay, I'm a fan que yo estoy pasado. Like I get my blood pressure, bro. It goes like it be there. And guess what? Not only that, Domingo Bonilla. See, people think I'm a Yankee fan. I respect the Yankees. I like the Yankees because I'm a New York guy. But my favorite team growing up was the Cleveland Indians. That was my team. So you got to understand, my sports life has been one of the most miserable sports life of any fan. I'm a Cleveland Indian fan. We haven't won a World Series since 1948. I'm a New York Knicks fan. I'm a New York Jets fan. I like the Rangers, but I really truly watch the Rangers during the playoffs and stuff like that. Right? I have a desperate boxing. Boxing saves me, bro. Boxing saves me. But I have a. He said, yeah. He said, yeah. Yo, bro, Queso, I truly am a miserable sport fanatic. New York Jets, New York Knicks we're back in the playoffs almost every. I'm happy, but this year we over the hump. This year, if we lose, it's gonna break my heart because we invested. Yo, you saw how we was the whole New York City acting like we won a chip, and we just going to the Eastern Conference Final, bro. But then my Cleveland Indians, folks, I cried. 1997, I cried, and y'all know I'm Dominican, right? But since then, I said, I hate Dominicans. I said, I hate Dominican baseball players, God damn it. We playing the Marlins. We up 3-1. We finally gonna do it, folks. We're finally gonna do it. Yo, and these are the times, even my mom's is like, yo, you never watching sports ever again. Like, she'll turn it off, and then I go to the radio. I bust the TV. I go berserk, bro. You remember when the ground ball goes under the legs of Tony Fernandez? Our closer, Dominican, messes up, blew the save. And then Fernando, I said Fernando Vargas. Tony Fernandez, I'm sorry. I said Fernando Vargas. Tony Fernandez, the ground ball goes through his legs. Yo, I was crushed, man. Crushed. Yo, Jorge, man. In 1 year, Jorge, to be honest, in 1 year, I've bust 2 TVs in the span of 3 weeks. I've bust the TV, no lie. And then 3 weeks, we in the playoffs. Yo, I bust the TV and we actually won. Yo, I remember, and this is me as a grown man too, because the last time was my son. My son was like, how my son was? My son was like 6 years old, like 6, 7 years old. And he's looking at when we watching the game, and my son looking at it, you crazy. But that's the Knicks has broken my y'all don't understand, bro. Y'all don't understand what type of Knicks fan I am. Like, people that know me, they'll be like, look out for him. I'm telling you for real. My friends, that's it. Like, I've burned the bridge of people wanting to go to Knicks games with me. Porque yo me paso. I crash out, bro. I crash. If we getting blown out, is I went to I remember one game. We got blown out in the first quarter, and it was Cleveland, Carmelo Anthony versus LeBron James got blown out. I didn't even get a chance to cheer, bro. I didn't even get a chance to cheer. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to the sport of boxing. Let's go back to the sport of boxing. I would love to see, just like Charles of the Cheese said, Charles, queso, God bless you, my brother. Que Dios te bendiga, mi hermano. Love you, my brother. He said, I wouldn't mind seeing Tio smoke Haney. Boots first and then take out the Hitchens. Revenge is a dish best served. Tio Boots is epic as well, but Boots should go to 54. I'm not saying that the Teofimo Lopez versus Devin Haney is a bad fight. That's a fight that we've been talking about for a long time. So for the people out there that be like, yo, come on, Punch. You used to talk about this fight. Now you don't want this fight. Or what is it? What is it? I'm about momentum. I'm 100 also good. You don't bet. Somebody might go, hey, yo, I don't. Yo, Queso, I don't. That's why God knows. Yo, Queso, God knows me. That's why I always say everybody get a personal relationship with God, because not everybody got the same strengths and weaknesses. I know why I don't bet. Imagine, it's true. Imagine if I were to bet. My goodness. Thank God I'm not a gambler. I don't do none of that. When people be asking me, I don't even, to be honest, God is so good that I don't even understand. To be honest, folks, I don't understand the plus and minuses. People be like, yo, Punch, what's the spread? What's the, like, no lie, people, like today, earlier, we was talking about the Knicks game. I was talking about the Knicks game. Yo, you gonna go to the Knicks? I'm like, I'm probably gonna go downtown. I'll probably go to a bar across the street. I like going right across the street of Madison Square Garden. They got the rooftop, little restaurant. They got a rooftop, and the Knicks fans, we go crazy, right? And I said, damn, I'm gonna miss a live again. I've been missing a lot of lives and shit like that. So I'm like, let me do the live, and I could catch the Knicks game on Friday at 6:30. I will be down. If people want to chill with your boy Punch Run Boxing, I will be downtown, right across the street, Madison Square Garden, in the bar, in the rooftop, and we watch the game and go crazy on a Friday. And it was whack anyway today because it's raining and shit, and it might rain on Friday, but that's game 2. But anyway, so I like the fight with Tio and Haney, but not now, because I'm a believer of momentum. I like momentum going into a big fight. This is the reason why I was actually critiquing. I've been wanting to see the undisputed, almost a quarter of a century. We didn't see the heavyweight undisputed, but I didn't like the momentum of when Francis Ngannou knocked down Tyson Fury, and then it really lost the aura. Before the Francis Ngannou fight, everybody was talking about, well, not everybody, but a lot of people was talking about that Tyson Fury could beat any heavyweight in any era. When the novice put him down and arguably beat Tyson Fury, it killed that momentum. And then on the other side, Alexander Usyk, there was half of the people believe that he got knocked out with a body shot by Danny Dubois. So when we had the Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk, the first fight, what were we watching the best fight in the best? Was we really watching the best fight in the best? And that killed the momentum for me. And I think that's why even the Americans wasn't invested like that. It was a matchup that needed to take place. It was long overdue. Right, so back tonight is the voice of the UK, London, bro. Low Nose Boxing in the building. Low Nose Philly in the building. Tio versus Haney can be a 12-round cat and mouse with Haney fans crying robbery just like the Jermaine O.T. And that's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, if our outcry, especially in the past week, because this was at the beginning of the month, right? And our outcry was that is boring. Why are we gonna run back to something boring? And I'm not saying that Teofimo Lopez can't beat. I believe that Teofimo Lopez could beat Devin Haney, but I don't want to see Teofimo Lopez chase Devin Haney. I want to see a fight, man. It's just too good. We got matchups too good that we could see fights. If it's not, look, I want to see Boots versus Tio if he's willing to stay in 147-pound division. I want to see Boots versus Tio. I believe that's the most dynamic, skillfully matchup. I'm talking about athleticism, things that you can't teach in the ring, the speed, the power, the twitch muscle, and stuff like that. Lineal versus lineal. Both of these guys come from the same class, 2015 National Golden Glove winners. Both of these guys in their respective division. I want to see that. I don't see nobody more athletic than Tio and Boots. Gervonta Tank Davis is within that type of group, but Gervonta Tank Davis is going to be fighting Lamar Roach in August, so he's already fighting somebody. Now, would I like Boots to go to the 154-pound division? If I want Boots to fight to the 154-pound division, let's see who's out there, right? So we got Xander Zaya is going to be fighting somebody else, right? We got Fundora going to be fighting Tim Tszyu. We got Keith Thurman available. We got Jamel Charlo that's going back to the 154-pound division. But of course, I think that they're not looking at Boots right now in the 154. I think if anything, PBC will probably match a Charlo versus Keith Thurman, or a Keith Thurman versus Earl Spitz, depending if Earl Spitz is going to come back, right? Devin Haney showed us he doesn't care how much we pay. He doesn't care about entertaining us. He just wants the bag. And he wants he don't want to take the risk. He doesn't want to entertain, bro. No, man. Like, you got to give me a moment. Yo, I'm gonna tell you like this: if Devin Haney was coming off the Lomachenko fight, put it this way: if Devin Haney was coming off his approach with the Ryan Garcia fight, to fight Jose Ramirez, and I seen Devin Haney, the way that he was approaching the Regis Prograis fight, the Lomachenko fight, the rematch with Camboso, and the way that he approached, even though he got his ass kicked versus Ryan Garcia, I still saw statistical fortitude and mental fortitude. Let me say this right quick. Even when Devin Haney was getting his ass kicked, getting knocked down, didn't have all his faculties, Ryan Garcia was left hooking the F out of Devin Haney. But the beauty about Devin Haney is that he kept getting up. And the beauty about Devin Haney that he kept getting up and he was going straight to Ryan Garcia like he was getting put down. Like, it's almost like, yeah, take me out. Take me out. This man, Devin Haney, was falling forward to Ryan Garcia. Devin Haney showed more heart getting his ass whooped than him not getting his ass whooped and running from a guy that's not even whooping his ass in Jose Ramirez. Devin Haney showed more heart getting his ass whooped than when he's not getting his ass whooped versus Jose Ramirez. That's what tells you that the man ain't right here. He's not right. He's not right. And I'm tired of hearing, oh, the kryptonite to Teofimo Lopez is a boxer that runs. And this the only reason why you think now today that Devin Haney has a chance to challenge Teofimo Lopez. He's not going to challenge Teofimo Lopez. He's going to run from Teofimo Lopez. And I don't want to see a track meet with gloves. I want to see a fight. And I know for damn sure, and everybody that got an eye for boxing knows that Teofimo Lopez come to fight and Boots Ennis come to fight. And I pay to watch a fight. So fucking I want to see a fight. It's not a debate. We're fight fans. Tio comes to fight. Boots come to fight. I watch to fight. To see a fight. I pay to watch a fight. We go to fight parties. We say Saturday night, are you going to watch the fight? We attend fights. In the end of the day, I want to see a fight. And Boots and Tio will give me a fight. That's something you don't have to debate. You don't have to figure out whether you're a fan of Tio or not, whether you're a fan of Boots or not. You know and I know they come to fight. And I'm a fight fan, to pay to watch a fight, to do fight live shows. Anybody that is talking about Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez as a primary fight for Tio ahead of a Boots or Boots and Tio are popping the ass pimples of Bill Haney behind the scenes. Any boxing channel and host who talks about Tio versus Haney other than Boots versus Tio are popping the ass pimples, licking the booty, scratching and massaging it, oiling it, Bill Haney's ass behind the scenes. Put him out, call him out. Everybody, every channel, every host, Punch on Boxing said it. You are Bill Haney's bitch. Period. Want to hear none of that shit?
Yeah, no, I think that Haney versus Tio is a better fight than Boots versus Tio.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up. You 50-year-old, 40-year-old, late 40 grown men. Tired of seeing that. Yo, if these dudes was chamaquito when they get starstruck and you're 16, 17-year-old, yo, Bill, yo, Dad, yo. Hey, yo, motor scooter. Hey, you like that Tio and Devin Haney fight? Go out there and tell the people. Yeah, Bill, nah, thank you, Bill, man. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill, man. It's nice to meet you, Bill. I got a channel. I'll tell the people. Fucking grown ass. And that's yo, folks, that's why I don't watch channels, bro. It's the shit the channels come down my timeline. I be on Twitter more than I be on YouTube. So yeah, people I see it on the timeline, yo, this channel said this. This channel host said this. This channel, if I go to Instagram, it pops up. People like to send me, yo, bro, that even sometimes irks me when people try to send me shit that they know I don't rock with. They know I don't rock with this channel. They know I don't like their opinions anyway. And I'm not trying to diss people. I'm trying to wake up the people. Because why? We're fight fans. Why y'all acting up? Why y'all? Maybe I'm a big city guy. I'm a New York guy, so I don't get starstruck from celebrities. I see celebrities all the fucking time. Dog, if T.O. next 3 fights is Boots, Bud, and Keyshawn Davis, ooh, wow. Hey, yo, first battle. Yo, if he beats, I said it yesterday, Queso. If T.O. beats Boots, that means he got Loma. Look, he got Comey, Loma, Taylor, the guy that retired Mikey Garcia, Sando Martin, Jermaine Ortiz, whether you like how their performance or not, that's his on his resume. Barbosa, who beat Jack Catterall, and Jose Ramirez. And the guy that people thought that Catterall beat John Saylor, so the whole narrative came back around, and he beat the guy they all thought that beat the guy. And then he goes to 147 and beat Boots. You know what it is? I know why there's people out there. I know there's people out there that may not want to see T.O. fight Boots. And I know why. Hey, man, con los 5 pesos a comprar pizza con Coca-Cola. Says, yo, the black fat guy at Nelson, the informant, be on Bill's payroll hard. Oh, shit. I'm just reading the super chat, baby. Just reading the super chat. Hey, yo, Tito Ness, I'm just reading the super chat. That's all. Yo, looking out, E, man. Yo, I know why. And then see, people don't want to admit it because see, this is when the narrative comes right back around and bites you in the ass. Right? This one, the narrative, this what happens to narrative pushing. That's why you can't be just pick a side, just pick your favorite fighter and talk good about your favorite, but don't start a dumb narrative. See, and I'm not gonna say that is the dumb narrative because a lot of people saying this narrative, and I understand that there's some fights that we feel like Teofimo Lopez levels is levels above this particular this fighter, and I understand because Teofimo Lopez did his thing versus Vasily Lomachenko at a very, very young age, and it's hard to outdo that performance that Teofimo Lopez had with Lomachenko because at the time Lomachenko was regarded pound for pound 1, 2, 3. You could flip it around. So any performance that doesn't match that fighter that he be, you know what I'm saying? It's like Teofimo Lopez is you're always looking at Teofimo Lopez underperforming because that performance by Lomachenko shocked a lot of y'all. I'm not saying just in the chat, I'm saying in the sport of boxing. Shocked a lot of people because they said if Teofimo Lopez would have beaten Vasily Lomachenko, they was just giving Teo a puncher's chance. Nobody but your boy Punch Drunk Boxing said that he will outbox Vasily Lomachenko. So the narrative of Teofimo Lopez is that he fights to the level of his competition, that he performs to the level of his competition. And if that is the narrative, and many people believe that, whether you're a supporter of Teofimo Lopez or whether you're a hater of Teofimo Lopez, if that is the narrative, if that is what you truly believe, and let me ask the question, let me see if you truly believe that, folks. In the chat right now, do you believe that Teofimo Lopez performs to the level of his competition? Yes or no, regardless if you're a supporter or a hater of Teofimo Lopez. Does Teofimo Lopez perform to the level of his competition? Just give me a yes or give me a no right quick. 30 seconds in the chat. Does Teofimo Lopez, you believe, performs to the level of his competition? Yes or no? Come on now. Come on now, class session. Class session. American Nightmare said, no, Punch. No, I never heard about that. Even Teddy Atlas said it today. A lot of people have been saying that. A lot of pundits, enthusiasts been saying that. So the reason why they might is reluctant to want to see Teofimo Lopez, look, the Boots Ennis, the YouTubers that's around Boots Ennis out there in Philly, they like to say, man, Boots don't need that Teofimo Lopez fight. Boots don't need that Teofimo Lopez fight. I mean, what does Teofimo Lopez got? There, Boots need. I mean, Boots just want to get the belts at 140 share. Well, they ain't not available. I mean, Boots, which one? Boots don't need to fight T.O., man. Man, you knock out T.O., man. He'll knock out Chet the F up. You the same motherfucker that say that Teofimo Lopez performed to the level of his competition. You just mad that Teofimo Lopez called out Boots. And you just mad that Teofimo Lopez called out Bud Crawford. And you just mad that Teofimo Lopez just got the cojones to call out your favorite fighter. But since you are also the same guys that say that Teofimo Lopez performs to the level of his competition, if you feel like Boots is all of that, if you feel like Boots is more of an athlete than T.O., and got more power than T.O., and got more skills than T.O., and is bigger than T.O., then you will know that, damn, T.O. fighting Boots, he performs to the level of his competition. And if you think that Jerome Boots Ennis is the competition and is high level and is an elite fighter and is better than Teofimo Lopez, you know exactly which Teofimo Lopez is going to show up. So if you that dude, don't contradict yourself and say Boots is going to knock out Teofimo Lopez when you don't the same motherfuckers that be saying that Teofimo Lopez performs to the level of his competition. Because if he performs to the level of his competition, he'll probably going to whoop Boots Ennis ass the way that he did, Josh Taylor the way that he did, Lomachenko. And the thing is, you know why Boots and his team you know why Boots and his team don't say much about Teofimo Lopez? I'm talking about his team. I'm talking about Boots. I'm talking about his dad. Shout out to Bozy. You know why they don't shit on Teofimo Lopez? Because they know who Teofimo Lopez is. Oh yeah, they came up in the amateurs. They know exactly who Teofimo Lopez is. And that's why you never heard Boots nor Bozy talk shit about Teofimo Lopez. You hear them dudes talk around shit. Tell Boots to talk shit about Teofimo Lopez. Tell Bozy to talk shit about Teofimo Lopez, because when they was in the same class, T.O. was the man. T.O. was the man. Gary Antoine Russell was the man. Boots was up there, but he wasn't. T.O. was the guy. T.O. was the guy. They know exactly who Boots is. It's just like when Bud know exactly who Keith Thurman is. That's why Bomac, and like I told y'all yesterday, that's why Bomac and Terrence Bud Crawford's team will tell you that Thurman is the guy. Thurman will give Bud the biggest, the better competition than Earl Spence, because they came up together. They go to the Colorado Spring to the Golden Glove Nationals and all that stuff. Around that time, Keith Thurman is the one that's ringing bells. Bud is ringing bells, but Bud was a wild boy in the amateurs. Ask anybody. Ask Rasheed Warren. Ask Demetrius Andre. Ask Sean Porter. Ask Keith Thurman. Ask Deontay Wilder. Ask Gary Russell. Ask all of them. Did you think that Bud, Leo Santa Cruz, Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia, ask them, if you the boxing content creator, you want to ask them, you thought that Bud was going to be the Bud that it is today, the pound for pound, on 1, 2, 3, you can flip it around? All of them were saying, nah, I didn't think so. Because Bud was a wild boy in the amateurs. He was like a Deontay Wilder in the amateur. He was wild. He fought with anger. They needed to calm him down. They didn't think that he was going to channel his anger because he was fighting very, very angry in the amateurs. Ask anybody. That's my class. Ask anybody. Bud Crawford came a long way. He's still dedicated. He very was dedicated. Bud changed. Oh, yo, Bud switched to southpaw. Yo, Bud is a southpaw. Go watch his damn amateur fights. He's a southpaw. It's not, oh, Bud switched to southpaw. He's a southpaw. He said, "Don't really explore looking for Boots." Damn, Boots first ducked the real Mexican monster, Virgil Ortiz, and now the Brooklyn Honduran, Teofimo Lopez, Roy Jones Jr., my ass. Hey, yo, Boots Ennis. And let me tell you like this. All right, I want to tell y'all something that a lot of people ain't talking about. There's a misconception. You could believe me. I'm just a drunk with a mic. I'm just a drunk with a mic. I'm not a high traffic channel like all these guys. So I know that my opinions doesn't go viral like that, like a lot of people's opinions and stuff like that. I get it. You know, we only got 50 people looking on. Smash that like button. We watching the playoffs. I get it. There's a misconception. I want y'all to understand this, because people are going to look at this $5 million and be like, "Whoa, that's Turkey Al Sheikh." There's a misconception that Turkey Al Sheikh gives the fighters the bag. He gives the bag. Turkey Al Sheikh gives the bag if it's in rehab season in their country. But when it comes to here and you're going to fight here, you got to report all this money. The money that when you fighting here is not the same if the fight and you're fighting in rehab season. These guys are not getting the bag from Turkey out here, which I think it's not. I'm going to say it again. There's a misconception. Turkey Al Sheikh, that everybody is getting this twice or triple as much money. No, they're not. No, they're not. So when you hear there's a negotiations going on with T.O.'s team and Boo's team, they're negotiating a real market value for both fighters. It's not a Turkey, "Oh, I'm going to give Boots $15 million and I'm going to give Teofimo Lopez $20 million. It's not. It's not. Have you heard the official announcement for Bud and Canelo and where they're going to fight and how they're going to fight and where's the rights and all that? You heard? Have you? You think that they're just gonna say that Bud Crawford is gonna get $100 million purse and Canelo was gonna have a 100 plus $150 million purse? It's not gonna come out, not in America. Turkey Al Sheikh is given the bag, but not in American soil. So when you hear Boots Ennis wanting $5 million, it's because his worth is probably $3 million. He's not getting more than $3 million. He's not getting more. Source told me Boots Ennis is not getting more than $3 million yet. So he's asking for $5 million. I mean, if y'all could believe me or not. It's not the bag like that. So the misconception. So when you hear that $5 million, is he outpricing himself? Word is, and from a very, 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 very close source and knowing the numbers, is that Boots Ennis haven't gotten more than $3 million a fight. So that's why he's asking for $5. That's probably overpricing himself, depending on what it's going to be. So now, if the fight, do you want to see the fight here? Look, I don't give a damn where I'm going to see the fight. If the fight is going to be out there in Saudi Arabia, let the fight be out there in Saudi Arabia. If they want to get their money out there, if that's the only way that the money is going to be, I know that fight will be good out here. But if they want that fight to be out here and the market value and all that stuff, then it's not going to be that type of money. Turkey is not going to throw $15-20 million each fighter. It's not. That's the misconception that Turkey is throwing the major bag. No. Another rumor. Not another rumor. A source very, very close. A source very, very close. And that's why I'm saying that the people out there are lying about this Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. A close, very, very source says there is no talks whatsoever of Teo and Haney. I'm going to say it again. A source, several sources that is very, very close. I'm talking about close like your pubic hair is to your balls. That there is no talks of Haney versus Teo. None whatsoever. No talks, no term sheet, no paperwork, no back and forth with T.O.'s team and Haney's team about a fight. Not Turkey talking to Haney or Turkey talking to T.O. about a T.O. and a Haney fight. Nada. Zip. Now, what is going on? Bill Haney is going to these channels and making them spin the T.O. versus Haney to create an interest. So when Bill Haney, shows the engagement and the numbers and shows Turkey, but Turkey, look at these people, look at this traffic, look at this. Everybody is more interested in T.O. versus Haney than T.O. versus Boots. So now these channels are strategically working for Bill Haney. I'm not saying they paying them, but I'm saying que él tiene una muela de pinga that gets these guys to say these things. So they stop. If you notice, they don't want to talk about T.O. and Boots like that. They're talking about Devin Haney and T.O. because Turkey is not interested in that fight. Nobody's interested at the moment that fight. T.O. is not interested in that fight. So there is no talks about that fight. There is no negotiations. Eddie Hearn have said publicly, there's a negotiation and there is money on the table for Boots right now to fight Teofimo Lopez. T.O. is in negotiations and his team with Boots' team. Keith Connolly and the manager of Boots Ennis is in negotiations. The promoters are in negotiations. Eddie Hearn, top rank, in negotiations. This Devin Haney and T.O. is a farce, are liars. Anybody, any channel that is talking about that this is a done deal, they are lying straight to your ass. And I don't even know why certain credible, high traffic channels want to lie like that. Now, I'm going to say this. Anything can happen in the sport of boxing. I could say something today and then tomorrow, shit, something else could happen and be like, you know what? Damn, they threw some money on the table. You know what? It is what it is. If Boots Ennis says, I just don't want the T.O. If I'm not going to sacrifice my health at 147 unless it's for a title shot for me to unify. And then he says, I'm going to 154. As much as I want to see the Teofimo Lopez fight, I also been saying that Boots is a big guy and should move to 154. I did a video, so I can't contradict myself. I would love to see the fight. So that's why I agree wholeheartedly with Queso, because I done a video about Boots moving to 154, that he's overstayed his welcome at 154 because all these guys has come up together and all these guys already have moved up. And Boots Ennis been in the same weight. He's been in the same way since he was a teenager. So I could understand if Boots want to move to 154 and then T.O. maybe if it doesn't got a title, even though that I feel like it's more of a legacy fight than anything, you know what I'm saying? If he wants to move up and fight the likes of Erickson Lubin, Boots, Erickson Lubin, Boots versus Virgil Ortiz just had surgery. So think about it. I remember he had surgery 3 weeks before the May 2nd date. So he's going to rehab. He's not going to be back in the ring till late this year. Maybe not even late this year. Remember, I interviewed Virgil Ortiz. I spoke to Virgil Ortiz. I spoke to his dad. So y'all got to understand that Virgil Ortiz just had hand surgery. He's not going to fight this summer. He's not going to fight in the first quarter of the fall, in the fourth quarter. He might not fight till November, December. You know what I'm saying? He still got to go to rehab. And then after, Virgil Ortiz is not coming back in the ring no time soon because of his hand surgery. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but he just had hand surgery 3 weeks ago. So, and I'll probably hit up Virgil Ortiz Sr. if he wants to give me an update on when he's going to get the doctors to let him, hit the heavy bag, do mitt work and do some sparring. See, sparring is the last shit. So, Boots and Virgil is not going to come to fruition right now. Now, there is a potential fight or potential talk about Conor Benn and Boots Ennis. I doubt it. If Conor Benn wants to go back to the 147-pound division and get a title shot from Boots Ennis, I could understand that. That would be a good fight as well. I'm not gonna knock it. You know what I'm saying? Conor Benn is highly ranked in the WBC, but Boots is not a WBC title holder anyway. But I'll be good if it's Conor Benn versus Devin Haney, but also Conor Benn is going to be chasing around Devin Haney all over the place and stuff like that. I think that Devin Haney has to show us that he's willing to engage and winning the fight, that he don't got PTSD, Conor versus Tio, that would be good in the UK. You know what I'm saying? I want to see, to be honest, I want to see Conor Benn versus Josh Kelly. I think that's a good fight out there in the UK for a comeback. If you put, I would be more right now. I would be intrigued if Turkey Al Sheikh, switch his mind up and says, you know what, let's get Canelo Alvarez versus Chris Eubank Jr. To be honest, how he's the face of British boxing right now, and how everybody loved his performance and the grit and the heart that he showed. Like right now, he's the heart of British boxing. Like he is. The last thing we remember in boxing right now is that performance. So he showed the grit. He's willing to die in the ring. Put a man like that up in front of Canelo Alvarez, and finally we will probably see Canelo Alvarez maybe at his best. Maybe Canelo Alvarez is just too old. He don't want to chase nobody. I think a Canelo Alvarez versus Chris Eubank Jr. out there in the UK, I think will sell out a 100K seat stadium right now. I think Chris Eubank Jr. and Canelo Alvarez right now will make more money than Bud and Canelo Alvarez. I think so. I think Canelo versus Chris Eubank Jr. will pack 100K seats in the UK right now. In the fall, it will pack it right now. The star, everybody, he is the prince right now of the UK. Chris Eubank Jr. is the prince. And then you have a Conor Benn versus a Josh Kelly in the co-main. It will be a good fight. It will be a good event. Tio versus Boots. I like that, Diaz. I like that. Canelo versus Chris Eubank Jr. It'll be the first time Canelo Alvarez, he's been saying that he want to fight out there in the UK. Tio versus Boots. Man, that event, bro. 100K seats, bro. 100K seats. If Tyson Fury and Dillian White almost did 100K seats, what was it? 90, 98, 92, 92,000 in that stadium. How much was it? Was it 92,000? 98,000, something like that. Tio versus Tank at 140, but Tank is going to be facing Lamont Roach August 16th, and that's why I'm not talking about that fight. That's a fight, but also remember what I said about momentum. Tank don't have that momentum right now. Tio got great momentum with the extraordinary performance versus Arnold Barbosa, and Boots Ennis send a statement. Boots Ennis send that statement back. Yo, after the performance with Stanionis, people was talking about, yo, that's the reason why Boots Ennis that's the reason why Bud Crawford don't want no parts of Boots Ennis. Boots Ennis right now, he's running high. I don't know right now currently who's available at 154 that has got a hot name that's willing to fight Boots Ennis right now. I think that a Thurman will want to get us Earl Spence fight, and I think that Thurman will get a Jamel Charlo fight. Like I said again, Xander Zayas is already going to be fighting somebody for the strap. Fundura going to be fighting Tim Tszyu. Boots and Virgil. I think that fight is not going to happen. If it's against Virgil, it's not going to happen no time soon. And if Boots is smart enough, and now he'll be happy to fight Virgil because Virgil is coming from a hand surgery. So I think that Boots will have probably an advantage going up in 154-pound division. Russell versus Tio, that's a good fight. I would like to see Gary Antoine Russell versus Devin the Dream Haney. So let me ask this question. Because it's on the thumbnail and it's on the title. So let me ask this question on the live right now. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like. Smash the like. Do you want to see Tio versus Haney because it's the fight, or do you want to see T.O. versus Haney because it's the promo? Is T.O. versus Haney? Listen to the question. Is T.O. right now? Is Teofimo Lopez versus Devin Haney a great fight, or you would like to see it because it's a great promo and you will be entertained by the trash talk of Teofimo and Bill Haney going at Senior and Senior going at Bill Haney, and the promo is what you're interested in, not necessarily the fight? Or you interested, or you think that both is primary? Or what's the reason right now? What momentum that you feel why you want to see T.O. versus Haney right now? Is it the fight, or is it just the promo? Because I can understand it. There's certain fight. Oh, I'm gonna give you an example. I want to watch Adrian Broner versus Blair Cobb. When we watched it, it wasn't about the fight. It was about the promo. Why we want to see Rolly? Okay, why we want to see Rolly versus Devin before he beat Ryan Garcia? Because Rolly got a mouth. And I mean, not leading up to the fight this time, but we thinking about a promo, right? I want to see a fight. I think that Devin Haney doesn't got a personality in the ring and doesn't have a personality outside of the ring. I think that Bill Haney drives the needle. And I got to give a lot of credit to Bill Haney, because Bill Haney could get all these grown men to I'm looking at Bill. You know this is not a knock on you, brother, because you're doing your job. See, Bill is just doing his job. When you seen these guys turn with a Bill conversation, Bill is just doing his job. Do I think Devin could beat T.O.? I don't think so. I never thought that Devin could beat T.O. I never thought that. I think that there was a lot of chances where that fight could come to fruition and never did. Mauricio Sudamon said years ago, Teofimo Lopez always wanted Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Why Devin Haney didn't go to the IBF route? You know what I'm saying? This little fake ass tournament that they like to talk about. They was not going to get a Vasily Lomachenko within that tournament, because Mauricio Sudamon already said that nobody was going to be that Lomachenko was not going to be mandated. So what was the need for the WBC lightweight tournament? This guy didn't. The only place I like to see Dev fight is on prelims against Journeyman. I think that without Bill, Devin would be irrelevant. That's why Devin can't. I don't want him to fire his dad, but I'm just saying, when people be like, fire your dad. Even Oscar De La Hoya saying, fire your dad. Nah. If it wasn't for Bill Haney, Devin Haney will be one of the most irrelevant fighters in the sport of boxing today. There will be nothing to talk about. If Bill Haney, even throughout the whole year, does not do interviews, who'll be talking about Devin Haney? Because Devin Haney can't talk. His interview doesn't catch no waves. His style don't catch no waves. He don't got Floyd Mayweather to pump him up like when he was coming up. You got to give a lot of credit to Bill Haney. Man, he is a master promoter, because I wouldn't know what people would like to talk about Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine if Devin Haney, if Boots Ennis had Bill Haney, the whole world we talking about Boots more than twice as much. It's nothing intriguing about Devin. It's nothing intriguing. I don't. You know what? It's not a diss, man. I'm being honest, man. I'm being honest. Ain't nothing intriguing about Devin. There's nothing intriguing. To be honest, I'm more into Bill than Dev in boxing. I'm more intrigued. I'm more entertained by Bill than Devin. You give me a choice who I'd rather have in boxing, Bill or Devin, I'll pick Bill. I will pick Bill. He's done a wonderful job. Done a wonderful job with his son. But anyway, I don't think that Devin Haney is prepared to fight a Teofimo Lopez. I think Devin Haney is prepared to run and cash on a Teofimo Lopez fight. Is the difference. That's the difference. I believe that Devin Haney and DHP is prepared to cash, and they got to hustle their way and hustle for the interest to show Turkey on Shake that there is a interest more out there more than Boots and Tio. I think that Boots and Tio was a great fight. I think there's a lot of great fights in the sport of boxing. I think that Puello versus Matias is a good fight. If you thought that Sando Martin and Puello was a good fight, man, this Matias and Puello fight might be a fight of the year candidate. That with a $10 super chat. Shout out to Mr. Moosha. Let the haters hate. We're looking out, man. Let's see the score, man. God bless you, my brother. I comprar comida china. 58-51 phone on. Hold on. All right, we in the third quarter. We're going to the fourth quarter. 89-85. 89-85, baby. 89-85. Let's see where we at. Damn, T is killing us, too. Jalen Brunson doing this thing once again. Call Anthony Towns. Bridges, though. We good, man. We good. Yeah, I like, man. We running an 8-man rotation. That's it. A mini, nah, but that's the way the playoff is. We running an 8-man rotation. That's what I like. Sander did well versus Puello, but I think Matias versus Puello, that's the fight of the year candidate. To be honest, that's gonna steal the show. I think that fight is gonna do better than Belonga and who else is gonna be on that? But who else is gonna be on that June 24th? Richardson Hitchens. Shout out to Pablo Valdez. Pablo's gonna be back in the ring. Shout out to Pablo. Probably gonna go to the fight and support Pablo out there, you know. I think that I think that Puello versus Matias should be. Whew, that's gonna be a Barnes and burner. That's gonna steal the show. I think it's gonna do better than Ego Belanga Shiraz. I think it's gonna do better than Shakur versus William Cepeda. But yo, we're gonna have a lot of great matchups. I think this year can match to. I think this year would do just as good as 2023. You know what I'm saying? We got Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano again. We got all the ladies in the building again. Clarissa Shields is going at most valuable promotions and stuff like that. Whatever, she's gonna get back in the ring. I think to be honest, there's nothing left for Clarissa Shields in boxing. I think she, and it's not a knock on Clarissa Shields. I think that Clarissa Shields, I think that she is ahead of her time, and that's the props. She's ahead of a time, and she's a heavy girl. You know, I think that she's overstayed her welcome. There's no opponents for her in boxing. You know. There is no opponents. Gary Antoine Russell packs Devin Haney. Hell yeah, man. Gary Antoine Russell, man. They know. Yo, bro, they know. Lono's boxing. You know that there's certain matchups. Look at Devin Haney when he fought Ryan Garcia. He got plummeted. They come from the same class. Gary Antoine Russell come from that same class. He would dribble Devin Haney out the arena. Gary Antoine Russell would dribble Devin Haney out the arena. They don't want to see no part of Gary Antoine Russell, and they know it. They don't want to see no part of that man. Gary Antoine Russell would dribble Devin Haney out the arena. When everything is working on all cylinders, his power, he would dribble his ass off in the arena, for real. They don't want no part of it. Yo, you don't see, you mentioned Gary Antoine Russell. Bill Haney and Devin Haney, Bill, especially Bill, you pinch a nerve. Stop talking about him. They said because they want boots. They don't want no damn boots. Tell me ever when Devin Haney say I want boots. When has Devin Haney said, I want Jerome Boots Ennis? Or is it just Bill? Because he's trying to say, look at the name he put. Look at the name he put. Look at the name he put. Why you had a contract on the table to fight Teofimo Lopez. You decided to fight Jose Ramirez. Like, let's not forget this. Devin Haney had a contract on the table to fight Teofimo Lopez. He decided to fight Jose Ramirez. Come on, man. Let's not forget about that. Hold on. Let me find it right here. Peep this. He says, we want Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson. You're not going to get Shakur Stevenson. Gervonta Tan Davis. You're not going to get Gervonta Tan Davis. Jerome Boots Ennis. You ain't going to get Jerome Boots Ennis. Brian Oman Jr. You ain't going to get that. Mario Barron's going to be fighting Keyshawn Davis is fighting Eddie De Los Santos. Rolly Romero. Why you want Rolly Romero with 8? Why all the way 8? Rolly Romero should be on the top of the line. He just beat Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia 10. Why y'all want Ryan Garcia 10? Why do y'all want Ryan Garcia 10? Look at what Ennis said. Boots Ennis' brother, Farrah Ennis, said to Bill Haney. Boots will stomp all over your little son. Come on, man. Come on, you don't want that. Y'all don't want that, bro. Yeah, we're going to do this. Hold on. Y'all don't want that work. This is just... Come on, man. Yo, y'all don't want no damn boots. Y'all don't want no damn Tio. You ran from Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez was a shot fighter going inside the ring, and you ran from him. What you think you're going to do with Jerome Boots Ennis and Teofimo Lopez? Might as well just run across the border. Shit. Come on, man. What fight makes more money? Boots versus Tio. Boots versus Tio makes the most money. The biggest fight in the sport of boxing. Boots versus Tio makes the most money. But the most intriguing fight, the fight that everybody want to see, Boots versus Tio makes the most money. Boots already doing 15,000 in Philly. Already doing 15,000 seats in Philly. Fighting Karen. Man, imagine Madison Square Garden. Boots from the East Coast. Sell out. Madison Square Garden. Off the rafters. Teofimo Lopez versus Boots Ennis. Low Nose Boxing says, I've met Bill and he's acting. No, Bill is cool, bro. Yo, Low. Bill is cool. And yes, it is. He's more likable than that. This is the reason why he gets these channels, because Bill is likable. Bill is like one of the boys, man. Bill's like one of the boys, man. He'll talk to the richest of the richest and he'll be cool with the poors of the poors. He's a street dude. He's a cool dude. He's a good OG. I don't take that away from Bill. So when I'm saying that Bill, I'm more intrigued with Bill than Devin. You know, I'm just being honest. Bill keeps Devin relevant. Bill is funny to watch. I like when he don't want to answer a question. It's funny when he tries to turn the tables around. It's funny. The way he goes at other people is funny. The way he likes to trash talk, the way that he's witty with the words. He's a funny guy. And that's why I understand why when he's, these channels, look, everybody around Devin Haney is Bill's people. It's not Devin Haney. Everything around DHP is Bill Haney. Bill Haney gets the trainers. Bill Haney gets the people around Devin Haney. Bill Haney answers to Bill Haney does the paperwork. Bill Haney is the one that sued. Bill Haney does everything. When you see Devin, you see Bill. When I see Bill, I see Bill. That's the way I see it, to be honest. You know? And the damage control, sometimes when he has to fix things up, like when everybody's saying that he running, come on, man. He's doing a lot of work. But yeah, man. But there's a lot of great fights. How do I think that Teofimo Lopez, who's going to be the underdog versus Jerome Boots Ennis, is going to beat Boots? How Teo could beat a Boots? I think that Teofimo Lopez is going to have to up the punch count. I think that Teofimo Lopez, his footwork was incredible versus Barbosa. I think just keep the same footwork, keep the same balance, keep that left hand up. Keep that left hand up, because if you even look at it in exchange, the way that Teofimo Lopez got that cookie, right? It was an exchange where, yeah, Teofimo Lopez landed a punch simultaneously, but Arnold Barbosa got the better off of him, and it was a straight right hand that backed up Teofimo Lopez a bit. You know what I'm saying? So you wonder, Barbosa can't connect in between punches. Boots Ennis can connect in between punches as well. I don't think both of these guys could push each other back. I think that Boots Ennis like his leverage. You know what I'm saying? He does got long arms. He got a good jab. I don't think that Boots Ennis is a guy that likes to just walk somebody down like that. I think both of these guys got similar inside game. I think that Boots Ennis is more dedicated, for the most part, was more dedicated to the jab, but we've seen Teofimo Lopez with an incredible jab. He tripled the jab, quadrupled the jab in his last outing. So I think that now Teofimo Lopez has gone back to his jab, which made his work even way easier. He said, Walter says, you find to be mad when Boots puts an end to your racist friend. Yo, I like the fight. May the best man win. At least you know my boy. I could brag about Teo that he ain't scared. He ain't no bitch like your favorite fighter, though. That's one thing. I know I could talk about Teo and I could say that Teo doesn't run like a bitch. I could say that Teofimo Lopez wants all the smoke. I could say that Teofimo Lopez wants all the smoke and calls out all the big bad wolves in the sport of boxing. I could say that Teofimo Lopez is the most accomplished fighter of his generation. I could say that Teofimo Lopez is a guy that could step up to Bud Crawford and doesn't stay quiet like Boots did with Bud Crawford. And he'll talk trash to him. Huh? Who's calling out Boots? Who's calling out Bud? Huh? Who's the underdog? Who jumped up and beat Josh Taylor? Who jumped up and beat Vasily Lomachenko? Huh? That's one thing that y'all can't say about Teofimo Lopez, that he got more cojones than any of your favorite fighters. He makes your favorite fighter look like a bitch. How about that? How about that? Don't lie. Now you only a fan of God. You watch boxing, you a fan. You're a fan of somebody. Gary Antoine Russell knows how to cut off the ring, and no running from that saving. Nobody trying to chase no damn Devin Haney. Fuck out of here. Never seen nobody say, yo, Teo, you running. Teo, you scared. Nothing is attached to Teofimo Lopez like that when it comes to the fight game. If you're not a fan of Teofimo Lopez as a fighter, you a bitch. Yeah. If you're not a fan of Teofimo Lopez as the fighter, you a bitch. You're not a fight fan. You're a male volleyball fan. Because ain't no damn fight fan gonna be like, I don't like Teofimo Lopez as a fighter. Now you could say as a person, but as a fighter, and you a fight fan, and you don't like Teo, then you don't like boxing. You don't like the fight game. You don't like it. That's facts. Put it this way. There's men that don't like women, that doesn't watch women boxing. You don't think that Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano is a great fight and is good for boxing? You don't like boxing. Period. I don't have to like a person, personality, but the fight. There's a lot of people that don't like Adrian Broner, but Adrian Broner got more cojones than a lot of these fighters out here. Adrian Broner will fight anybody. Go check out his resume. You may not be a fan of Danny Garcia, but Danny Garcia got more cojones than all these fighters out here. Go check out his resume. You may not like Earl Spence. Go check out Earl Spence's resume. You may not like Keith Thurman. Go check out his resume. Make all these. There's a lot of fighters out here looking like bitches. Bud Crawford is a dog. Sean Porter is a dog. Boots is a dog. Virgil is a dog. Bam Rodriguez is a dog. Lomachenko is a dog. Tio is a dog. Go check that 12 round with Vasily Lomachenko. Go check that 12 round how he closed the show versus Josh Taylor. Go check how he closed the show with Barbosa. Yeah. That's one thing y'all can't talk shit about Tio. You wish, all you guys that don't like Teofimo Lopez, you wish your favorite fighter had Teofimo Lopez cojones. You wish your favorite fighter had Teofimo Lopez testicular fortitude and mental fortitude cojones. You wish. Like you never need to beg Tio to fight. Yo, Tio, but fight this person. You never needed Tio to beg. You don't beg Tio. Tio goes straight for the smoke. It's like Oscar De La Hoya. You never needed to beg Oscar De La Hoya. Come on, Oscar. Why you ducking this person? Come on, fight this person, Oscar. It's been 2-3 years we've been asking for a fight. Nah, Oscar De La Hoya fight whoever, whenever, whoever, what weight. Matter of fact, I'm going to your weight, Manny Pacquiao. I'm going back down to your weight to make you comfortable. And I'm the A side, but I'm going to make you comfortable. I want you to be the best thing you can be. Oscar De La Hoya could have easily be like, yo, let's fight in the catchweight. Oscar De La Hoya went down to Manny Pacquiao as the A side. No, I'm going to go fight you where you're most comfortable. I'm Oscar De La Hoya. I'm going to fight you where you're most comfortable. I want to beat you at your best. Keyshawn performance match, his call-outs, he putting dudes on the dirt. Keyshawn versus Tio is a real grudge match. If Keyshawn Davis put Edgar De Los Santos and outperforms Shakur Stevenson with Edgar De Los Santos, we got to see the performance. And then he moved up to the 140-pound division and call out Teofimo Lopez, respect. Then that's a fight that needs to take place. He said Tio has a built-in excuse for Boots because Boots is too big. Come on, y'all got to build an excuse. Not Tio. Y'all got to build an excuse. Tio's always a smaller guy. What's his excuse versus Josh Taylor? The only guy that Teofimo Lopez was bigger was Lomachenko. Every fighter is taller than Teofimo Lopez. Every time he fights, the fighter is taller than him. George Kambosos is taller than Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is not that big. Teofimo Lopez, even at 140, he eats. He eats. Sometimes he needs to chill, relax, because he could lose too much weight. He's not like these other fighters that blow up 15, 20 pounds and rehydrate. Teofimo Lopez rehydrates 5 to 6 pounds, like Floyd Mayweather did, like Manny Pacquiao used to do, like real fighters used to do. Rehydrate 5, 4, 6, 7. Not some drastic weight loss on a Wednesday night to blow up and on fight night. 20 pounds, 24, 25 pounds. You weight bully. That's not Tio. That's the difference. Tio, they didn't need no vacant title. Tio don't need no catch weights. Tio don't need no rehydration clause. Have you ever heard Teofimo Lopez? I'll find a rehydration clause. I'll fight a catch weight. Why does Devin Haney and Jose Ramirez got to fight in a catch weight? That's why I fight him at 140, 147. Got out of here, bro. But anyway, I like Boots. I like Tio. I think this is a great fight. The only way that I could see, Boots not fighting Tio, moving up to 154. If I see Tio versus Devin Haney, it's all about the promo. I would like to see. And look, I'm not gonna knock Devin Haney. I believe that Devin Haney could turn it around. I could believe that Devin Haney could give us a performance like Regis Progress again. I believe that Devin Haney could perform and take some risks like he did with Vasily Lomachenko. I think that Devin Haney can have this particular fortitude and mental fortitude. He had balls fighting Ryan Garcia the way that he fought Ryan Garcia. Keyshawn is a good fighter as well, but Keyshawn beat Dennis for the world title and Keyshawn beat Pedraza. Like, all right, I like Keyshawn. Y'all know that. I've been rocking with Keyshawn since the amateurs. Y'all know that. Ain't nobody was showing Keyshawn love in the YTBC like your boy Punch Run Boxing. Y'all know that. But let's chill out when we're comparing the it factor. Yo, Keyshawn Davis will do a number on Tio. Bro, Keyshawn Davis, best win before Dennis was Pedraza. All right? Arnold Barbosa beat Pedraza too. Arnold Barbosa beat Pedraza. Relax, guys. Relax. We're talking about a guy, Tio, that have beaten Loma and Josh Taylor. We're talking about the only guy on the pound for pound list that's beaten multiple pound for pound fighters. Name me anybody on the pound for pound list today that has beaten multiple pound for pound fighters in their prime. Who? Name me a pound for pound fighter today who has beaten multiple pound for pound fighters in their prime. Mention the matchups. But come on, man. Keyshawn at the professional level hasn't even faced a Teofimo Lopez level. A caliber of Teofimo Lopez. Tio is here, man. Not even Boots. Boots hasn't even beaten a B-class fighter. Facts, let's no boxing. Usyk, I don't know about Usyk beat. I think Usyk, he's my pound for pound number one. Usyk beat Anthony Joshua and beat Tyson Fury and beat Danny Dubois. But Danny Dubois is controversial. Hopefully in the rematch, he does it the way that he should have done it. I like that Keyshawn Davis versus Moritaya. Yeah, I do like that fight. But I like Keyshawn, but Keyshawn, that's what it is. I think that Teofimo Lopez has spoiled the boxing world. He just did it so young. He said he did it so young. Remember, he beat Josh Taylor at the age of 25. Became two-time millennial at the age of 25. He just did it so young. He did Gervonta Tank Davis dirty work by beating Vasily Lomachenko. Tank wasn't negotiating with Vasily Lomachenko right before the fight that he had with Lamar Roach. That's how ahead Tio is to these guys. The only way that you're gonna give Teofimo, if you haven't given Teofimo Lopez his credit right now, the only way that you're gonna give Teofimo Lopez is just do if he needs to outperform himself versus Lomachenko. So he needs to beat Boots. Because I think that people still saw Josh Taylor below Lomachenko. So it's hard to outdo the Lomachenko performance. He's going to have to be a Boots Ennis, because where Boots Ennis is at right now, people see him unbeatable right now. Can De Los Santos be at the best after his long layoff? I think that Keyshawn Davis, man, I think that Keyshawn Davis has a different. I think that Shakur Stevenson is a better boxer than Keyshawn Davis. But I think that Keyshawn Davis has a different mentality. I think that Keyshawn Davis trusts himself more, shooting his shots and a shot coming at him, taking more risks. But I do think that Shakur Stevenson is a better fighter or a better boxer than Keyshawn Davis. I seen Keyshawn Davis get hurt, get wobbled. I seen Keyshawn Davis hurt. Um, sometimes I do like the balance of Keyshawn. Sometimes I feel like he be on his heels sometimes. Um, but I think Edgar de los Santos should present Keyshawn Davis a look that he's supposed to be comfortable. And I think that Keyshawn Davis got a great support system. He got Bud Crawford. He's with Floyd Mayweather in the gym. This is the second time I saw. There's a lot of. I think that Keyshawn, you know, is dedicated to the game as well. He's an Olympian, as we all know. So Keyshawn got a chip on his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn got a chip because he's always been on a shadow. And I think now, I think little by little he's separating himself from that Shakur Stevenson shadow. I think that with a performance, if I'm telling you, look, Shakur could turn it around. And I'm not saying about as a fighter, but as a performer. Shakur Stevenson beating William Cepeda, though, the way that he beat Oscar Valdez, I do think that we're going to see Shakur Stevenson hurt William Cepeda. Or even if Shakur Stevenson could knock him down, I think Shakur Stevenson is going to put a hurt on William Cepeda. I think that people are going to be intrigued with his performance. If his hand doesn't mess up, his hand is getting hurt every fight now. So I don't know if he's going to preserve himself. I don't know if he's going to go for the gusto. I think that's the reason why he's. I think that now for real, he's having problems with his hand. He's having the same problem that Floyd Mayweather was having. You know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson likes to spar a lot. That's one thing. That's a repetition of Shakur Stevenson, that he spars a lot. So he really now these guys been fighting since they was like 5 years old, man. So there's a lot of wear and tear. There's a lot of wear and tear when it comes to Shakur Stevenson, but his hands also got bruised up in the last fight, and the one before that, he had surgery. So I don't know. But T.O. Cook's nostrils probably knocks him out. You're crazy. Hey, your boy. Hey, yeah. You remember? You don't remember the interview that I had with Rohan Polanco? Yeah, he told us a long time ago. Yeah, man. Yeah, I posted up on my IG, HLD. Yeah. LD Cedillo Martinez, man. LD Cedillo, man. I'm gonna have him on. I'm gonna have him on so he can tell the people, man, who discovered LD Cedillo Martinez and Henry Cedillo Martinez. Hey, yo, HLD, Top Rank se atreve not to give me the credentials. Hablar con esa gente. Matter of fact, tomorrow, watch. Come on, man. Hey, tomorrow, we're gonna have an interview. Let me watch. I'm gonna tell him right now. If he wants to do an interview. Tomorrow. LD Cedillo Martinez. Remember, I said he's the Errol Spence. The Errol Spence 2.0. Let me see. Let me hit him up. Yeah. I hit him up. He's active right now. What about T.O. Rowley? I don't know if that fight is gonna come through fruition right now. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Right now on the table, right now. Look, man, I got sources, bro. I'm telling you, my sources telling me already. My source been telling me. Let me see. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Just got a very, very close source says there has been no negotiations with Devin Haney, the Devin Haney team, and the Teofimo Lopez team. None whatsoever. There is no talks. The focus is still negotiating with Jerome Boots Ennis. Anything you hear outside of punch drum boxing that says that Tio and Haney is in negotiations, anything like that, are flat out lying to you. Say it again. Any channels, any hosts, stop lying to the community. Stop popping the ass pimples of Bill Haney behind the scenes. You could be cool with Bill Haney. You don't got to spread lies. You guys got credible subscribers, got credible followers, got credible channels. You don't have to go out there and lie to the people and fake the people. This is the problem that I have with certain channels. Is that you already got Bill needs you more than you need Bill. They need you. You don't need them. You without Bill Haney and Devin Haney, you still got numbers. You still got support. You still got members. You still got subscribers. Why do you have to lie? Like, why? Why? You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys, I don't understand why. Why? What is it? What is it? It's not going to give you more views. Like half, and then you wonder why there's another party that don't respect. See, that's what it is. Is that I could see Bill and I could give Bill a pound. Every time I've seen Bill in meet, I could give Bill a pound. Because in the end of the day, Bill is gonna be like, I might not like punch because he's not spinning my shit. But he ain't lying about it. So if I say, yo, what's the proof? Where's the paperwork? You never had no paperwork. This is not what, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, is our word out here. Why you putting things out there when y'all know it's a lie? You know what I'm saying? There is no, I got this, and you know what's the issue is that certain motherfuckers got the same source that I got. Like, why? Why you do damage control like that? Say it right here. These are several sources. Boots has not gotten more than $3 million purse yet. He's asking for $2 to $3 million more than what he's been getting paid. But if Turkey, I'm all right with Boots and is getting $5 million. So yeah, give him the $5 million. Give them the money. I think that Boots and Teofimo Lopez deserve right now for that matchup. I think that they deserve the money. I just don't understand. I don't understand why they don't gotta do that, bro. Some of these guys are actually cool. You don't gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be cool. Don't, you know what I'm saying? The reason why these guys are saying Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez, like I've been saying, is because they're helping Bill create the algorithm, the engagement to show Turkey that we are more. This fight is better than what you want, Turkey. They trying to talk Turkey out of his interest of Boots and Tio. And they're doing, and the thing is, since Bill is very transparent and has everybody's number from Fight Hype, independent media, all those guys, everybody is cordial. Bill did the right thing to make sure he is in contact with everybody. So when he says something, everybody's on Bill's side. They're gonna spin this stuff. I get it. I respect the hustle. That's what Bill's supposed to do. Again, that's what Bill's supposed to do. That doesn't mean this is what the other guy is supposed to do. Shut up, bro. Shut up. You don't know more than you don't know nothing, man. I'm telling you, nobody could tell me I'm a liar, bro. Like, nah, bro. Devin been trying to get the fight. When he trying to get the fight, bro? Tell me when Devin Haney has my brother. It's like, I don't understand you guys. Like, I don't understand why people are so hard-headed like this, folks. Like, there was an offer on the table for Devin Haney to fight Tio before Jose Ramirez on the table, my brother. That they themselves said they declined because they didn't want to work with Top Rank. Like, why are people so gullible like that? Like, yo, how the truth is right in your face and y'all motherfuckers are still, Devin's trying to get the Tio like a long time, though. All this shit is public records. Like, if Eddie Hearn, who's the promoter of Boots Ennis, says, hey, we have an offer from Top Rank to fight Teofimo Lopez. No, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that no Teofimo Lopez really trying to fight Boots. I think he cloud chasing. Ron, con los 10 pesos de Super Chari, Pari, one of the members. He said, what up, Punch? Tio doesn't mean Haney. I'm over this fight. Haney has been cloud chasing Tio since Tio been Loma. Golly. A lot of shit is public records. Tio, Top Rank sent the offer to George Cambosa. He declined. Tio sent an offer to Subriel Matias. He declined. Tio could have fought Subriel Matias. Teofimo Lopez declined to fight this fight. It with Turkey out shaking Honor Barbosa. Like, there's no lies here. When it's public records, there's no lies. Matias declined the offer before signing the deal with Matchroom. Tio declined the offer to fight Matias. Is that a lie? No, it's the truth. It's right there. Devin declined the offer. Did Devin decline the purse bid to fight Sando Martin? Yes. Did he decline the offer to fight Teofimo Lopez? Bill Haney said it in the interview himself. Why are people just trying to like go? I don't know. I think that Devin been trying to fight Tio for a long time. Facts. We ain't paying for no damn marathon the way that boxing is right now. You crazy? And what we got on the table? Hey, yo, HLD. That money's on the table. Money on the table. Even Eddie Hearn said the TO money is the most money for Boots Ennis. He said if he don't fight Teofimo Lopez, he'll be taking less. The money is on the table for Boots. Second time. Hey, yo, ladies and gentlemen, when we talking fact, should your boy Punch Drunk Boxing start blocking retardation? Should I start blocking retardation? Because we can't be schooling people and then people still playing retards. Should I start blocking retardation now? Because I don't do it, but I think I got to. I don't like retards like this. When there's like proof and they're like, you know, I think that doesn't hurt. Should I? He said no. I won't. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know tomorrow we back at it. Thursday, we probably gonna have Elry Cedillo Martinez and Henry Cedillo Martinez tomorrow. I'm going to hit him up. He just signed with Top Rank, the Aerospitz 2.0. El Dominicano, el Platanero, Manguco, los tres golpes. Top Rank is showing love to the Dominican fighters. We got Santana. We got Rohan Polanco. We got Elry Cedillo Martinez. We need Henry. Ladies and gentlemen, going to be performing on the Edo de los Santos card. It's going to be a Dominican. He's going to perform in the Edo de los Santos versus Keyshawn Davis fight. It's going to be a Dominican party out there in Virginia. Y'all already know, man. We back at it tomorrow, 7:30 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. Love y'all. It's going to be Happy Hour Thursday. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.